as you can.
Well, why is that? A little bit more banking. You get trapped on the bottom like you said.
Trouble! One car slides to the infield, Austin Dillon, and they pile up behind him.
That's 2 weeks in a row early out for Austin Dillon. I don't know how much damage he has, but there's a bunch of them, folks. You got Gregson in this, Bell. There's a right rear. I think Austin may get away with just that tire damage.
Just let us know what we got to work on. Solid right front.
Yeah, and Clint, as we go back and look at this, you're going to see them all stack up really, really bad in the middle of the straightaway, but there is a ton of cars.
Back here.
What happened was Todd Gilliland trying to make a hole for Michael McDowell to get up in that preferred lane in the middle, stacked that whole lineup really hard.
Those guys had nowhere to go, didn't see it, landed right in their lap.
What a mess. Watch Todd Gilliland, the 38 car right here. He's going to check up to try to make a hole for Michael McDowell, and it checks up this whole line. And all of a sudden, that accordion just gets deep.
Denny Hamlin just missed the 3.
You see Harrison Burton around. That's like back in your era, Jeff.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Almirola Bowman!
Oh, the 24's on his side. Remember what I said, Clint, about 21 cars? I don't know if we got there, but man, that took out a lot of race cars and a lot of great race cars in there.
I know Eric Almirola was one of the front ones up front, so anytime that happens up front, you're going to take out a lot of them. There's Jamie McMurray.
All these cars stuck in that mud. We've had heavy rain down here overnight.
Tyler Reddick. That is a...
In 2018.
He was along for the ride. As soon as that contact hit, it just turned his car right. He took the words right out of my mouth. Unbelievable. Crushing blow to so many teams, so many efforts that it goes into having fast cars and being at this Daytona 500. That was a lot of heavy hitters in this one.
We're going to ride with Ryan Newman through this.
Well, look at that 24 car go up on the side on 2 wheels.
Smashed just as badly as he got with his primary car
that's
Thursday
his
night.
backup car.
At least a dozen cars.
4 wide, just like you said, Walt.
Yep. Now so you're gonna get through. You want to be down on the bottom, I think, going through one of the first lap. You don't. You certainly don't want to make it 3 wide. But everybody looks like they're behave themselves so far anyway. But you still got to get through 2 and 3 on the first lap.
Ricky Rudd gets the jump. He's the early leader. Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car valve over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Just missed. We see the Jimmy Johnson car, and there's Rusty Wallace. You see Park trying to squeeze up the outside.
I see he was trying to go on the outside of Rusty. Rusty moves up, they make contact, and Junior gets under the 1 car and just kind of bulldozed him into the wall and over.
Yeah, that's what actually turned him even more sideways. But I'll tell you what, that guardrail did the job.
Oh, it did a great job.
Took a lot of, that absorbed a lot of impact right there.
Watch the yellow car back there, just turn left.
And when you hit wet grass, it feels like you pick up 200 mile an hour.
But you can see how that barrier gave way when
absolutely.
that car got
that barrier absorbed a lot of energy, and I'll tell you what, that
looks like he's blocking, or at least trying to. And around goes 1 car in turn 3.
Oh,
the one of Sam Mayer.
Wow, Rick. That's the 8 of Sammy Smith I saw going around as well. Damage, yeah, on the right-hand side of your screen, the 8. 2 Junior Motorsports cars involved.
15 of Josh Berry. I think the window net came down on that 15 car.
A lot. That's AJ in the 16 that went to the outside of the 1.
Yeah, and almost like the 1 just came around on him. Like, I didn't see any contact. Watch it again.
was very funny. Like the 16 jumps to his outside, but physical space on the racetrack, I thought there was 3 distinct lanes.
What was interesting to me about that, now they're just along for the ride. Chandler Smith would be
10th place. Larson swerves. Oh, big trouble in the back straightaway. A lot of damage to the left front of Austin Cindric's car, and we're under the first caution of the day. This happened back about 30th place. Austin Dillon involved.
He's clearing the back of the screen. Kraus is around, stacks them all up behind him. Cindric clips him with the left front. Then Austin hits him.
Looks like a short day for the Morgan & Morgan onboard camera. Here's a look.
Look from Austin Dillon, and you're going to see him just nowhere to go. Watch this, in the smoke, boom, run right into him.
Third race this year, Austin Dillon's been caught up in a wreck within the first 5 laps. First caution of the day for Derek Kraus's spin.
Hard into the wall already. The 7 and the 20. 2 of the main contenders for the championship.
And Cole Custer, Cindric.
Allgaier got loose, got into the back of the 20. Allgaier into the wall. The 20 also major damage. Didn't even get through turn 2. You see Cole Custer, the focus on his eyes as he's trying to get back to pit road. Austin Cindric, so much damage to the 22. There's the damage to the 20 of Christopher Bell. Justin Allgaier, major damage as well.
All the points in their bucket. They have the lead coming into the race because of their performance in the regular season, and they're going to give it all back right here on the initial start of the race.
98 getting in there. Big hit right here by the 23.
Wow, that was a big hit.
Yeah, Michael Annett came in there and made contact.
This is the danger. You know, both of these guys qualified well. They were right near each other, so when something happens, they take each other. But now an opportunity has been created for other people that needed a little bit of help. Let's see if they can take advantage of this. I mean, this is the last.
Isn't it? No practice, no problem. Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed. Here we go. And there is an incident in the first turn, just like you indicated, Mike, and we saw Stuart Friesen have that problem a year ago. And today, it's Matt Crafton in the 88 and the 9 of Cody Robaugh.
Yeah, that is a big day for Cody. See a picture of young Joshua there on the hood. Was hurt in a kayaking accident, and they're trying to raise the money and some more.
Is on the high side heading into turn 1, and Robaugh
No, Robaugh got hit by the 22.
Like Austin Wayne Self got into Robaugh.
Robaugh did nothing wrong. Crafton didn't. Stuart Friesen barely slipped through again. Todd, you talked about the Hornet's Nest, the middle of the pack. That was so avoidable on the 22's part, but you know, you go down in there and you throw it all out there, and sometimes it don't come back.
You know, Michael, going down into turn 1 of Pocono, it's like playing a game of chicken. You know,
Denny gets to, told Denny to calm down just a little bit back there. Denny said he was just trying to learn for later.
Oh no! Big crash on the back straightaway takes out William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Harrison Burton. Oh, crap.
Somebody was upside down. I don't know who it was.
Lap 63. Caution number 3.
I would say it's that 21 car, it looks like.
Obviously on a rookie, Tony, you talked about it. Again, come off of that corner, got light, and that thing was long for the ride, but very aggressive pushing.
That is not at all what you're looking for. That kid is sitting there going, what happened? He said, lucky it didn't bite right there.
Yep.
And here's Harrison Burton on the
race. Gets loose. You see him lift out of the gas, the flames. Crowded chase, got into him. They saw some retaliation there.
Or did Keselowski get into the left rear corner of Elliott there?
I saw Elliott. You see Elliott lose his nose and lift out of the gas. It's self-explanatory.
Well,
You never know. No, as hard as he hit, you know, you start.
Look at turn 2. Big spin. And sliding down to the apron.
Noah Gregson.
Oh,
sorry, guys.
To catch it back to the right.
Yeah.
Sideways.
See him loose back
Boom.
there.
Yeah.
Exactly like Ross
Chastain
Chastain at California earlier this year. That is a hard hit, as hard as you can hit.
Well, these cars, right, lower profile tire, pretty stiff. That underwing works great in a straight line, but uses a
Trouble already. Cars in the wall. Danica Patrick, David Ruderman, and more down on the grass. And Kyle Busch.
Yeah, it looked like Danica was basically in the middle of the racetrack. You see, going into turn 1, and just made a kind of an erratic move, and the car just jumped out from under.
Well, very similar to what happened to Kyle Busch on the first lap of practice yesterday morning, although he was able to just maybe hit the side more than the front. But the car just got loose as she tried to turn down in the corner.
Still lined up outside. 3 wide middle. Still 3 middle.
Can't be iffy in these decisions, Kevin. That spotter says clear up, you better be there.
Oh, crash! 2 cars slammed together, and Harrison Burton takes a wild ride through the grass and up into more traffic, gets tagged, turned around, and 5 cars are in it. Ryan Preece.
I think he missed that inside wall. Harrison Burton, big damage on the 21 car.
And Carson Hocevar, the rookie, gets taken out into that very, very wet grass in the ball field.
Well,
the Wood brothers trying for their 100th ever NASCAR win, and Harrison Burton gets tagged and sent.
Well, this is exactly what you don't.
And Brad Keselowski and he make contact.
Keselowski got to his rear bumper, just took a little bit of a lub tap, turned him sideways, kind of looked to me like he was on the left corner of that bumper, turned him right down into Harrison Burton.
Well, and it's just what we were talking about, Clint, with everybody trying to feel out exactly what their cars were doing, and those guys in the middle didn't have anything to do with the handling. So, you know, you see Brad into the back. Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Clint. The 42 car of John Hunter Nemechek just got up a little higher. Brad was probably trying to stay square and being pushed by the guy behind him, and they just got a little bit offset right there.
Look at the turn 4 sweeps. The spotters stand. They roll out of 4. And the All-Star race is underway.
Oh, we got one in the wall right off the bat.
Busch. Up for Stenhouse. He's not going to be happy about that. Stenhouse going for more.
Yeah, he's been 3 wide already.
Cowboy up. It's time to go. $1 million on the line. There's not a lot of time, but Kyle Busch will pay you back, and here it comes.
Oh, boy.
Sideways.
He's in the wall.
Fence. He's done.
Kapow.
Didn't like that. Fought back.
The 90 of Cesar Baccarella was involved, as well as you see the 07 of Ray Black Jr. There's Cesar coming to pit road. Tires flat on that race car.
See right here at the bottom of the 3 wide, the 90 just gets loose. Looks like as he corrects, he climbs the bank, he collecting the 36. The 00 of Cole Custer gets squeezed and makes it through. Nowhere for the 22 to go. A little bit of damage on the nose of that car.
Yeah, Brandon Jones in a 19 car. Nothing he could do. He got some damage. It's Ray Black Jr.
Once you get into the grass, you're along for the ride, especially with all the rain that there has been in the area.
So we talked about, you know, in the pre-race with how much was handling going to matter, and we thought that maybe at night when it's cooled down so much after the storm that handling would not be as big of an issue. But right there, you know, 3 wide at this racetrack, it's not like Talladega. Talladega 3 wide's easy. At this racetrack, it's much more difficult.
Well, listen, why do we make such a big deal about the 2 losing positions? Because that's the 2 of Tyler Reddick just outside the 90. He gets lucky to get through that. As you see the 90 spin, collects the 22. The 00 got lucky. It is clear the safest place to be. There's no safe place, but the safest place is the front of these packs.
And again, the 90 collecting the 22. So Austin Cindric, the 20-year-old out of Mooresville, North Carolina, tough.
And as we see that, the caution is out for the first time today. Started there with Christopher Bell. Got out of shape, into the wall in the 20, one of our pre-race favorites.
It almost looked like something went wrong to his car. He just shot up the racetrack, and then everyone checking up behind him.
I could just hear the spotters for everyone behind Bell. Check up, check up, check up. And when they did, this happened. Casgrala in the 24, the 60 of Ty Majeski also going for a ride.
Looks like Alex LeBay never really hit anything hard in that 36 car, so he'll be able to continue. Good job.
Ryan Truex getting through there. This is going to be a great view right here.
Oh, it is.
Checking up up top.
I told you I could hear that.
Which is nowhere the spotter can tell you where to go in that moment. It's just, look out.
Watch the visor cam here. This is going to be a great view as well.
Trouble! Kyle Busch into the wall.
No, you're right.
Brian Vickers also involved.
Just fine and dandy.
That thing's destroyed the front.
The third place driver in the championship starting the day, who started at the back in a backup car at a track that has been his worst statistically in his career. And it is indeed another bad day in Kansas for Kyle.
Talked about how they just continue to ramp up. See if there's some contact here.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Edwards.
Ron Vickers was down on the inside. Thought he was in a pretty good spot through that. But that's not a situation that you can say because of the 99 getting in the 18 that was Carl Edwards' fault. He was holding his line there. That's just three wide racing and the chance that you take. That's a hard hit, hard angle.
Back end comes around, and then it went to the right. Now it appears to me, oh, who hit him? Who was that got him? That was Briscoe. Two playoff drivers. So that's one of two things. So watch this thing. The back end starts around first, and when it starts around, he overcorrects it. And that is that is very easy to do in this race car. Just listen.
Oh. So he mentions whether he blows a tire. I was wondering right front, but right there, it's clear it gets loose. Kyle Larson knows that as well. So I wonder if he's wondering if the right rear tire started to go down, which is what made the car loose.